Hi. Russian philosopher Ivan Ilyin says that the purpose of freedom is the unfoldment of one's true will, that will that comes from within and is spiritual. The unfoldment of one's true will does not need to be seen as something external. I don't need to have 500 different objects to be attained in my life in order to develop my inner will. My inner will, the will of any human being, tends to express itself in terms of living in unity with the other beings. Now, this unity with the other beings, which is perhaps the most natural will of any being, is often expressed in conflictive and ignorant terms, like I want to control the other beings in order to live unity with them. I need to control all circumstances of my life in order to be in unity with life, and so on. But there is a transcendent unity in a wiser way to manage my inner will, the will to live, the will to be meaningful to myself, the will to have inner peace and significance. There are wiser ways to do that than mixing neurotically and following mere wishes. Wishes deny the true will. Wishes depend on external circumstances in terms of short-term life. That is here just to test my inner growth. My inner growth is the growth of my true will to live and to accomplish my potentialities in terms of learning. Now, in order to find myself, I must gather strength. I must gather magnetism. I must, therefore, remain myself. I must be myself. I must preserve my will. The most efficient will is not that will that we scattered around. It is that will that expresses itself as pure potentiality. So abstaining from external action and concentrating in contemplating and understanding life and in gathering momentum internally, I develop my will by preserving my will from wishes and from mental dispersion. So pure will is that substance that creates the conditions for a kind of happiness that does not depend on external situations. It is a sort of confidence that comes together with the potentiality in terms of doing many different things, but remaining with the potentiality instead of wasting away our energies. So willpower is, of course, the result of effort. I must make the right kind of effort, but the effort may be in restraining myself from mental dispersion. The effort may be in understanding my mistakes and keeping away from them, and understanding collective ignorance and keeping away from it. My developing my will may be following the best philosophy I found so far. that philosophy of self-knowledge. And I will have to have a strong will and a great potentiality in terms of action if I want to stay away from my own ignorance.